All right. So when last we left off with our intrepid adventurers, what all hijinks and shenanigans did you guys get into?
Leaf turned into a spider, and
Uh
Bo
huh.
turned into a dog.
Uh huh.
And Bo was a bad dog and jumped on the table.
Well, to rewind, you showed up for that night's gala. You showed up to the estates that you had been walked through and were given kind of security assignments for how to take care of it. Ukrad showed up, or Ukrad, why did I say Ukrad? Halbarad showed up earlier than everybody and spoke with a little bit of the servants there to have makeup applied to him.
Then he got the stones, then we spied on the various knights. Ukrod found the crazy guy that wanted help with his haunted mansion, and we found out that the military elven father was trying to poison the daughter, potentially.
So you guys discovered that he was uh, potentially abusive towards his daughter, that he was extremely controlling of her, and that the servants had kind of mixed feelings on this, as most of them were kind of against it, but not all of them had a strong enough will to say no and potentially take a backhand. And in that moment, you guys separated to begin spying on the aforementioned knights that you said. So Brenna spent some time with the hulking mountain of a behemoth that is Nose of Set Artelbrun, and managed to cajole him through being a little peaceful for the evening and not getting too raucous into everything.
Disgusting pig of a man.
Bo, after hearing everything from all of this, discovered that there was a cup on the table in front of the daughter that definitely had a peculiar smell as a dog. Unable to do anything but jump on the table, they were carted outside by a servant who had apparently seen some shit and responded very well to this talking dog that then turned into a person and said, "It's cool, just let me do my thing, bro," before uh, going back inside to try and figure out how to continue helping. Leaf discovered the third night at about that point. Raph the Pale, a raucous man who has been challenging the drunken youth of this little party at chess and taking all of their pretty little swords. And through your communication through the rocks, you selected Halbarad to come here and play him in his game of chess to see
Yay.
if you could win.
You've got this.
But in that time frame, Brenna, figuring out that the mountain of a man was no longer of any kind of threat, reported back in and walked into the main hall minus Bo. Bo, only returning back as a different dog, remained to watch onward as Brenna took the cup from the elven maiden, handed her some water, and began escorting her away, only for her to faint into her arms. At which point the entire ballroom erupted into a giant scuffle as the father charged the person that was sitting with his daughter. Servants flooded into the room, and Brenna dragged the elven maiden into the hallway. And that is where we begin our session today. So, we established basically at the end of the last session, Brenna, that you had basically pocketed the cup in all of this scuffle because you had taken it from the maiden while handing her a glass of water to drink, and hadn't had a time to set it down when she had then collapsed on top of you.
Correct.
So in this moment, you have she's out. Like, this girl is Ambien. And this scuffle of guards and servants and bodies and screams of accusations and enraged faces with spittle flying across the room from your angle is happening. What do you do?
Let's see. We're in the hallway, right? And the room
Yep.
is erupting into chaos.
Yep, you are literally like at the archway, but in the hallway, So you kind of have this picturesque window view of chaos happening in this room. Like, father's trying to go full on Andrew Jackson in here, but he's too old, and all these servants are in the way. Like, shit's crazy.
I'm gonna see if I can get this chick into the hallway a little bit further. Do I know, like, is she dying, or, like, is it
Roll me medicine.
poison damage?
Hey, see, I called it.
Fitting.
Alright, see, that's a good roll. She seems to be breathing. She seems to, like, her heartbeat seems steady. The vitals all seem steady. She doesn't seem to be in physical distress, but she is completely asleep. It is almost like it is completely induced.
Alright, I'm gonna point to where I believe Halbarad is and cast message and say, hey, we have a bit of a situation here.
Are we supposed to be on the smaller map or the bigger map?
Ha! Thank you.
That's what she said.
Welcome to the chaos.
Woo!
No, I'm already in
Population
the
us.
chaos.
We kind of guessed. That was our assumption and everything, to be honest. That's why I was like, we won't stress it. I'm sure he'll join here in a minute. No big deal. Life happens.
Am I able to respond to the message?
I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You can respond, I believe, 25 words.
Yeah, so you are literally walking into this picturesque Victorian patio garden with this extremely haughty looking blonde human noble sitting over a table with a chessboard spread across it and a pile of short swords sitting next to him when you get this whisper in your ear. Snake!
What's going on?
Somebody has poisoned. She's a princess?
Well, they are noble houses. It's one of those things where there are essentially the ancient elven houses, and they kind of have their own noble court here. But the one house is the governor's. But they're the people of power, and this is the daughter of them. So
yeah, I'll cast message again, and somebody poisoned the daughter of one of the nobles. She's quite unconscious, and I have the poison mug in my.
Okay. I'll be right there. I'm gonna try and act natural while walking briskly. I'll update Aquad on the situation as I'm walking by. Like, noble poison, bad news. Keep an eye on this guy, and I kind of like gesture towards wife, and just.
Ooh, crowd, roll me
What the fuck is going on?
a perception check.
It is loading.
I believe in you.
Roll 20 doesn't want to load. So we're just gonna give it a second.
Please make
There
sure
we
you have
go.
graphic acceleration turned on for your browser.
Any fucking day now. And
So, as Halbarad walks over and kind of like puts an arm around you and says this real quick and points over, all you can see is like 3 or 4 servants kind of ducking through the hallway that he's pointing at. It's
okay, and I didn't catch what he said because I was fighting with roll 20.
I was basically saying, Noble got poisoned. I'm gonna check it out. Try to keep an eye on this guy. I'm pointing at Rafe, who's been taking short swords apparently.
You see this just cocky ass looking, slick back, blonde haired, douchebag looking human knight that is sitting at this table with a chessboard on it with a pile of short swords next to him.
Interesting. Okay. So is he making the short swords out of the chessboard?
No, he is winning them from drunken
Oh, okay.
elves.
Like making money, not making swords. Okay, got it.
Yes, yes. Because you were all told you were only essentially allowed short swords as, like, sidearm.
Is there any liquid left in the cup that she was drinking from?
Only a small amount. Because between her own drinks and the scuffle, you would really only have even the likelihood of a small amount having survived that.
Alright, can I try to pour that into my water skin and then sneak back into the room and put her cup on the table without being seen?
I don't know if it would quite be enough for a water skin to be applicable. If you had a vial or something like that.
What little we have left.
I don't know, what's in your standard explorer's kit or whatever you picked?
I have a flask of oil.
Okay. You gonna dump the oil out right there?
No, that's why I was trying to put it in my water skin.
Dump out the water, put the oil in the water skin, and then... Because it's one of those things where essentially you have a teacup. And there's like a divot in the bottom of that teacup that has an amount of liquid that's really only kind of been maintained by the natural water as elasticity there. So trying to put that amount of liquid into a water skin would be, like trying to pour that into a bot bag or something.
So is there enough left in the cup that it would be easily identifiable?
It would be enough to be tested. Because, I mean, at this point, it is still a teacup. I mean, it's still traceable here. Everybody saw you in that room, in that situation. Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to DNA test it or anything like that.
Alright, well, then I'm just gonna try and sneak back in the room and put it on the table without being seen.
Okay. Roll me stealth.
27.
Yeah, ain't nobody seeing you. As you walk in, you can roll me perception with that. Actually, let's see exactly what you kind of hear while you're walking in with that.
I didn't even see Buena leave.
Right? They're just like 1 second, and then there's just that smoke outline for a moment. like your eyes kind of blur for a second, and then there's nothing, and you're like, what? Mm-hmm. What?
Well, I am a halfling, and there is a tumult going on in the room. There's plenty of cover for my little body to run in and hide.
Oh yeah, no, I am absolutely expecting that you just kind of literally slip in behind people here, kind of dip a quick shattering of a glass that ends up being overturned, as you can hear Juvrik here is still screaming at this darker skinned armored individual, and guards are kind of trying to hold him back, and there seems to be mostly servants around this individual, but you can what you do see after this time is that the blacksmith who happened to be there from the back of the room has moved up, kind of very invested in all of this. And with your role there on perception, you're able to kind of ascertain that she's moving closer out of interest beyond just the drama of what's going on here. Roll me insight.
Not very insightful.
She's almost looking at him with genuine concern. For him. Not for the drama of the situation. Not for, you know, like watching a soap opera or anything. She is worried about him. But she won't move. She won't try and get closer. But you're able to walk up, and she's essentially standing on the other side of this table that was where the maiden was sitting and all of this kind of thing happened. But she completely doesn't notice you at all as you are kind of walking behind people and moving between butt cheeks and everything here to be completely unnoticed. And you set this cup down on the table.
And I'm gonna make my way back out into the hallway.
As Brenna disappeared there, what are you doing, Halbarad? Because you've now been left in the hallway where there is, with this passed out elven maiden, with just kind of a few onlooking servants that are completely just, they are completely unsure of what to do. They're just in this moment.
I'm pretty much the same as the servants right now. Actually, what the fuck is everything was going so well? What the fuck is going on? Do I see like either of the servants from before that I'd found in the room?
Let's see, high or low?
Let's go low. Fuck. Like every time.
Nah, they heard it and they were like, "Oh, honey, I don't even want to deal with that shit."
Fuck.
They done had enough drama for today.
I'm gonna approach her and try and like check on her. Like I don't know, like pull the classic Silent Hill, "Are you okay?" when clearly she's not okay.
Hey, roll me medicine.
Yeah, I wanna go back out in the hall and stand with the chick, but my token is under another token, so I can...
Okay, let's see what happened.
Oh, she
Where did
out.
you go? Which token?
She's dying right now.
I'm
Call an
underneath out as
ambulance.
like a tiefling.
Okay. There you are.
I mean, you're small, but
I was like, where did you go?
Brenna, don't leave the spider in there all alone.
So You you cannot, because she's sleeping and you are not good at anatomy, you're not able to really detect the breath, and she's really deeply asleep, so you don't really detect the pulse either, and you're super, super concerned, and that is the point that Brenna walks out into the hallway.
Yeah, I'm trying to take her pulse with my right hand, which is metallic. So
Yeah,
I
you're like,
couldn't feel
"My
it
God!"
Anyway,
Can
as soon
you
as I
feel
see Brenna
anything
come
through
out,
all
like,
that steel?
what the fuck happened?
Well, I think Bo caught on to it at first, but somebody poisoned her. And I tried to get her to drink some water, but she fainted, and all hell broke loose after that.
Okay.
Bo was trying to warn her, but she was a dog, and her only instinct, I guess, was to jump on the table, and it caused a ruckus.
In that moment, we'll pan over. Bo, as this commotion all started, you again were a dog in this room. What have you done with yourself in this time?
I'd like to. Well, did I? Depending on how long all that took, did I see?
Not very long.
Did I see Brenna come back in?
Roll me perception.
I'm on the floor. I'm at a closer height to her.
Yeah. Yeah, roll me perception.
Nobody saw me come back into that room. I didn't even see me come back into that room.
This is Brenna's night, and we're just here.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Oh my God. Well, congratulations.
What are you talking about, Brenna's night? Brenna's not here. Do you see Brenna?
So,
do you mean,
welcome
like,
to my previously established attempted rule that for things, if you did not previously have it, you gain inspiration.
Okay.
When I remember it, that's what I could do for once.
Okay. Well then, I'd like to be chill and casual and not noticed by people, but also maybe sniff around. And is there another exit to this room, or is it just that one door? Or no, there's a second door.
I was about to say there's one over here. Because everything is right now in the front, where everything is occurring. Yeah, like this guy would be watching at this point. But yeah, there is a back door here. This room is lined with windows too. Like there is two exits. With sniffing around though, what are you specifically? You're just trying to sniff for an exit, or do you have like a specific thing you're trying?
I was trying to see if there was any other like poison in the room, or if it was just her.
Roll me perception with advantage, because I believe that's how it works for dogs. Just to double check, they don't have anything else. Can you check the form? Because it should have like keen senses. It is just advantage, right? It doesn't have anything else.
Let me see. Oh, I have a higher perception than I thought, so it's actually +5. But it doesn't say anything. It doesn't say like keen sense that I see.
Whatever. Normally, things like that have a specific smell based. I'm giving it to you. Whatever.
Okay.
So you're able, as you're coming in, all of a sudden, the cup's back on the table, and it has a smell. And after a little bit, you're able to find at one of the side serving stations where there's a pretty much full but only empty on one bit tea kettle that's been set kind of underneath the shelf.
Where in the room is that? Oh,
Along
so
the wall, how there's like little things in the corners and stuff.
Yeah.
There's like a serving table like in here.
Okay. And that also smells suspicious. All right. I can't do anything with this information as a dog, so I'm gonna try to get out of this room. Yeah, or I could bork. I could bork at the tea table, but that doesn't seem helpful.
What do you mean Timmy fell down a well again?
I could, just start talking in a room full of people, but maybe not. I'm just gonna get out of here, and I can't see what's in the hallway right now because of where I am, so I'll reevaluate after I get in the hallway. If I can do that without being noticed.
Roll me stealth. Are you going out the back door or that front one?
Back door. I was gonna go where no one is. I just didn't want anyone to be like, "Hey, is that another dog?"
So, the servants are most like, you definitely get eyeballed by some people as you're just trotting out the back door here, doing that like quick small dog trot. And but none of them seem to really care to stop you at this moment, because it's everybody that has any kind of authority is in the front dealing with all of this while you're kind of trot out real quick. You should be able to move yourself, right?
Yeah, I just had the hand on. Oh, great.
So at this point with you, everybody is caught up. So about that point, as Halbarad and Brenna are having that, dog comes trotting out of a back window. Only about 2 minutes have elapsed in this period of time. Voices and commotions are starting to slowly begin to die down, but occasionally get returned to screams and accusations. So you can tell that there seems to be a drawing close before people are going to come into this room looking for answers.
We should probably get her in, like, a guest room or something and have one of us out the door.
Well, you know from your walking around that up in this area is a bunch of guest rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, she doesn't weigh that much. I'm gonna assume you have a pretty decent strength. So
Yeah, I
it
got a
wouldn't
15.
really be that hard to fireman carry her or even try and just scoop her up and take her there. If you move, I will move her with you as you try and get into position. You just let me know what you want to do.
Before anyone comes out and before you leave, I'm just gonna mention the teapot and be like, "There's more poison out there."
So are you reverting back?
As long it. I see a guy at the end of this hallway. Is he gonna see me turn into a person? Am I close enough for that, or should I go somewhere more private for that? I was gonna yell that there's more or say something, not yell. Say something about the poison and then run maybe back towards that garden.
Better
Well,
use the changing room.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
you
I got a Superman change somewhere.
Well, you hear Halbarad saying like we should go to a room. So in that moment, you can potentially wait until you are exactly where he's planning to go and do that. But right now, you are kind of in a central foyer with a lot of people, with a lot of stuff happening.
All right, I'll wait for a location, but I am going to mention the teapot and where it is, just in case.
All right, so the dog is talking.
But like quietly, I'm gonna whisper to Brenna again. I'm gonna go over to Brenna. She listens to small dogs.
Yeah, I will take the noble to the room where I found the servants earlier.
Roll me survival.
Don't fuck me. God damn it. I take her to a room.
They were definitely not in the
Doing with
first
that?
room that you were trying to get to, but damn it, this is a room.
Where are you taking that poor unconscious lady?
Did you take her to play chess?
Hopefully Brenna's going to chaperone.
Okay, I'll just like check that the room is like empty. There's no one like trying to hide or anything if they heard us coming.
Do you guys want a fighter 2 to follow you or stay in the big banquet area?
Yeah, I think it would be better to have like potentially someone in the room because teleportation magic exists.
Okay, Spider 2 will.
So roll me investigation.
Here.
Okay. I have a big modifier to that.
Since you're like
+0.
super paranoid and
Well, he already rolled. I was gonna say, can I assist to give him advantage?
I will let you. I mean, if you want to be paranoid with him, you can do it too, since he already rolled. And there's two of you doing it, and not like an entire giant group thing. Guys are doing great. So the room, as far as you can tell, this just appears to be some sort of more lavish guest rooms that you're guessing were set up for potentially drunk noble people in case they couldn't find their way home or became too reckless.
Mm-hmm.
But there doesn't seem to be anybody in here as far as you can tell from a quick pass over, there isn't any kind of luggage or things in here where anybody's like already been staying in here, and it just has this very large bed that is kind of prepared for somebody.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just like set her down, and I guess once we get Spider 2 in the room to keep a lookout, just like head back out of the room with Bruno and the talking dog, and just like, okay, we need to make sure that no one goes into this room, especially not the poison happy father.
Roll me history, Halbarad.
Oh, rolls have been going great tonight. Let's see. Okay. Now you fucking get your 20.
You definitely know enough about history to know that you're going to need some fucking proof to say something against a nobleman.
Did you like enter a trance or something? Like, knowledge just fills your head.
It's like all of a sudden Halbarad just stands straight, eyes rolled back. We need proof.
You recall all of your history dealing with the human noble houses and how much shit and entitlement noblemen get.
Mm-hmm.
So the very fact...
Citing ancient, like, elven, like, rules and statutes.
According to the ancient treaties of CR 3D8.
We need proof.
Yeah. So we have a cup and a teapot with poison. We need to find proof of where that fucking came from.
And in this moment, since you rolled so well with your history, something else creeps into your mind. Every moment, Leaf is with your party and jokes around about drugging people. Every weird look that every person in town gives him. And his suddenly more sporadic nature.
Leaf, you wouldn't happen to know where we can find some poison by chance?
I mean, there are poisonous mushrooms, but I prefer the more mind-altering ones.
Right. Anything that could cause this?
Roll me nature. Yes, I will allow you to assist.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I assist? Also,
Which one of you has the higher nature?
I got +2.
I have a +5. Never mind. Let me try that.
Gotta love the druids not trained in nature.
Right? Yeah, it's always... That's why I was like, hold on. I'm guessing one of you might be trained and one of you might not.
Well, I'm trained in it, but it's intelligence, and I didn't... My intelligence is +0.
I know I rolled, but I wanted to ask before... I am trained with chef's tools, which means I can identify whether a food or drink is poison. Does that mean I could identify what kind of poison it is?
Not the kind.
Okay, never mind.
You can identify that it is poisoned.
Okay, never mind. I already know that.
I will...
Proficient in alchemist supplies. Hopefully that's not incriminating.
As long as you don't say it out loud, it's not.
it's out loud, repeatedly.
Yeah. To everyone who would hear.
Yeah, I was definitely waiting for the moment of like, yeah, no, somebody's just been poisoned. And you definitely have a jittery party member that jokes around about dosing people a lot.
If I was
never
to
seen
make
that
that
person in our
poison, I
lives.
would follow these steps because
You're like, oh, fuck, and I'm here with the usual suspect? Son of a
Hey,
bitch.
leave. Hey, leave. Hey, leave. Shut the fuck up.
if you're staring at Leaf in the room with you, that's actually a Leaf's friend.
No, I'm using the stone.
But,
Hey, shut up, please.
Come the fuck out here and make me.
I did want to say one thing for Bo's role. Just because. And just because I feel like maybe you're identifying something that you care about in this exact moment in time. Inspiration rules for 2024 actually allow you to choose to use it after a roll. And on any roll. Any kind of roll. Any kind of roll.
Wink, wink.
Yes, that includes
Well,
damage.
Okay, so I guess I would like to use that because it's a round. And I have a good such and such for it.
You definitely have the better roll, the better plus for this.
Yeah, so I'll try again. I was gonna say it doesn't matter that I'm a dog. Probably not.
No, because this is just your knowledge, basically, and your ability to figure that out.
Okay.
See, that's way better. 10 more than your previous roll.
Okay.
So, it's not a mushroom. It's not something like that, but there is a medicinal herb that has been known to be used for its sleep and on lower doses, almost trance and altered state that it can give. In fact, you think Valna even sells it because it's an herb. It's just a medicinal herb that people use, but it can be concentrated.
See, it wasn't Leaf.
Would it be possible for you to sniff that out if somebody has it on them?
Or was in contact with it recently?
So basically, someone just took a lot of CBD oil and put it in this cup.
Now, it is, I mean, not quite that, but I mean, there are, like somebody got hit with melatonin 7,000 or something. I mean, there are more naturally occurring drugs that can still knock you out.
Hey, if I have a little too much magnesium, I get a little sleepy.
Plus, goddamn it, like, you're not gonna make me write a goddamn drug name for every single little herb and thing that I'm gonna make you guys find for everything you're crafting. I'm just going to use
and it has to be in Latin
for it. Not happening. No way.
And we need pharmaceutical name and brand name.
And what insurance we should be using if we need to buy these, and how much our copay is.
If you're finding them in nature, they don't have copays. That's kind of a thing.
They do now that we know how to find them.
You don't pay the little fey creatures a tax to take their plants?
That might be what your brain is telling you while you're doing it, but to everybody else, no.
I'm just over here staring in French confusion.
Because you can't see the fey doesn't mean that they're not there. Right, little spider me.
But yeah, there is an herb that, a lot of people do just mix it with tea. But it's normally just in kind of a small dose.
Somebody's just mega dosing sleepy time over here.
Super mega concentrated sleepy time.
So we need to figure out who the biggest supplier is of that kind of urban town, and then check their records and see who's been buying the most, and if there's like, you know, specific dates that it's been sold at. Even if it's different people, maybe it could be like servants and such that are linked to a certain house. Wink, wink.
No, Volna sells some of this stuff, but I don't know if she sells it in this quantity. Is there any other herbalists in town?
There's not like a major operating herbalist. You know that there's like the one kind of barkeep that is also an alchemist and does work with some alchemy.
Since I mentioned that guy, does anyone else know him?
He, I mean, those of you who were in the main room, there is actually a small gnomish gentleman in a lab coat who is wearing kind of nicer outfit, but was obviously like had kind of put a lab coat over top of it.
Okay, so are we gonna do some kind of like dramatic sniffing expose, or, and if so, who's in charge of that?
You got the best nose.
Everyone stares at Bo.
But is it better for me to be a dog and do this, and someone else pretends to be in charge of this dog, or I have another idea. We might have to go back to Pomeranian though, because it was the original dog. That's.
I mean, I'm sure as long as no one else gets poisoned or stabbed or maimed or anything like that, I'm sure we'll be fine, right?
I guess I'm asking if you want me to be the wonder dog, or if I should make a wonder dog and be myself, not a dog.
You can do that?
Oh, sure.
Leaf's little
Why didn't you do that
taps
from
you
the
on the
start?
shoulder.
It's more fun being undercover.
How about kind of like just straightens up a bit at the tap on the shoulder, like, yes.
Oh, that's a wonder spider. I can make a wonder dog.
Okay.
I turn back into myself, and then I summon a, as close to as possible to the first one, Pomeranian.
Okay. Essentially, when you use it, you're able to kind of choose the form that it takes out of the limit, like your limited list, and that works for everything within the list for this, with some slight modifications since it's a small dog, anyways. So as you do this, you look, and this everybody else just kind of sees this dog just kind of materialize in this glow of light and then turn and give Bo that kind of cockeyed dog look. But Bo in this moment, as this you use this ability for the first time, this animal begins to form, and as it's doing so, you see this essence appear within the shape before it begins to take its actual physical form. Whereas everybody else sees the actual form of the dog kind of appear in the light, you see something appear within that form first. Something that seems to be the very essence of it. And then as that dog fully materializes and stops to look at you, you hear this voice almost similar to kind of what you heard before, but this one seems to be a little deeper than the other one. What are we doing?
What?
Everybody else just hears, pork!
Would Leaf's animal companion notice anything?
Not as far as you can tell. You get, through your perception, through that animal, pork! But there's like a distortion for a moment.
And also be like, hey guy, I need your help for a little bit. First of all, what's your name?
I don't remember.
Oh. Well, you're a cute boy right now, so...
The tail begins to wag ever so slowly.
Aw, you're a cute little boy. I think I call you Sasha.
Hi.
Sasha. I am Sasha!
Oh, glad you like it. You know, gonna need you to pretend to be good wonder dog right now and, follow my lead in a minute. We got, like, telepathy, right? Right?
You are talking to this dog.
Mm-hmm.
And the dog is barking at you, but you are hearing it speak in your brain.
Okay.
That
This is not a head fuck at all.
Are we hearing Bo speak in like? Are we hearing Bo speak in common and then the dog just barking in response?
in this moment, instinctually, without realizing it, nobody but Leaf could understand what Bo is saying. It's that goddamn ancient elvish hibbity-hoo again. That Fey language.
Halbarad just staring in confusion.
But to me, it sounds normal, right?
Again, instinctually you're speaking Sylvan, since you do speak Sylvan. We established there. And then, or we're beginning, or whatever it was. I think you got it next level. I can't remember for sure. But you are speaking Sylvan in this moment, and the dog is just kind of barking back at you like a dog talking to somebody. But you are hearing just, it's perfectly fine for you. You completely understand it. There's no issue.
Alright, well, short story, this girl poisoned? Does she smell like poison?
Yes.
Yeah, well, we're gonna go find that poison. You're gonna be good dog, find it for us. It's the big show, etc. Okay?
Yes! For I am Sasha!
Yay, Sasha!
And this small dog begins, like, just sits perfectly attentively waiting. And that's what everybody else sees.
And then I turn to everyone else and like, okay, we're good to go.
So in that time, I'm gonna cut over because all of this wonderful hijinks has also occurred while Ukron was left with the real body of Leaf and told to just watch over a very suspicious looking other knight that was sitting in kind of the background of everything else that had been going on here. So you were told specifically to keep an eye on this smug SOB. How far or close are you getting to him?
Pretty close. I mean, I kind of assumed I'd be basically just like 10 feet behind him at that point. I wasn't. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the situation. But
Oh, no. I was just checking and then moving you closer. That was it. I just want to make sure to key into exactly what your intentions were and what you were doing there. So you kind of begin doing the slow, like, pace and circle, not trying to just move right up on the guy. And you can see that he's just sitting there, a little bored. Seems to be waiting for the next person that he kind of wishes to challenge to walk by.
So people just lose these swords to you from playing on your little board?
I can understand it might look peculiar to small-minded ones, but, well, in these sort of situations, I don't get to use my other skills. So since I wish to keep some personal entertainment for the night, I have to find some way to beat people.
Not much for board games. I come from the ships. We can't keep boards with pieces. I'm more of a card person.
Oh, yes, games of chance, deduction, and lying. I am familiar with that, but that's not the sort of game that the more civilized folk prefer.
Well, I've never been one for being a civilized folk.
No, I suppose you do look like that sort. Now, you don't know anyone that might be, I don't know, interested in earning something a little nicer? Maybe at least one of the fancy ones. I have one here.
Oh, I'll bet I could find someone interested in some fancy. So, what is your proposal?
Well, really, I tire of these drunken rabble. none of their minds seem to truly grasp Previ's moves and how it can be applied to this wonderful tactful game. And none of them seem to be able to challenge me. So if you can bring me a challenge, well, I believe one of these foolish nobles didn't bring a disposable piece tonight. Appears to be silvered. So you can have that piece. Or whoever can beat me in this game. I'm really just doing this to prove a point and take their pretty weapons away.
I'm just trying to decide how confident I am in my character's ability. But orcs aren't known for backing down. Well, I've got nothing better to do.
Wonderful. Unexpected, but sure. So, if I win, I get to keep your pretty little short sword then. If you win, and you can see he reaches down into this pile of short swords that's next to him and pulls out one that, where most of them seem to be fairly run-of-the-mill, mass-produced short swords, recognizable pretty similarly to the one that you and everyone were given coming in here in exchange for not using much bigger smashy smash weapons that you're each only really allowed to carry. But this one definitely seems to have had extra care put into it. And you can tell that it's definitely of higher quality than the rest.
Okay. Yeah, why not?
Well, wonderful. Then let's play. So this is a wonderful... See, this is where I like to be opening and accepting and use multiple stats for these sorts of things, because why should intelligence trump wisdom, or one way or the other?
Well, both of them are 12. So
Well,
matter.
wonderful. Do you have proficiency in, I believe it's, what is the chess? It's like dragon chess or whatever.
Dragon chess?
Dragon
No.
chess, yeah.
I chose playing card.
Okay, I was just making sure. But I guess since you have equal stats in both of those numbers, then whatever. Pick whichever one, and yeah, you don't get proficiency, so it's just a straight roll. Hold on, I think I actually made this guy's character sheet. Let me find him real quick.
Fuck me.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, might as well.
Do you have inspiration or anything at this point?
I don't know. It's possible I never noted it if we got it for something.
Well, if you didn't, then I mean, you can. It's that little box right there that says heroic inspiration on the sheet.
Yeah, I
If
know where
not,
the
you
box
have
is.
it now.
We're gonna use that.
It's
If we can, I'll bet I'll roll a 2 now.
the classic Larian Games mechanic of comic dice.
Oh my fucking god.
Wow.
Reload your browser window for me if you can. Just wow. Just wowzers. So let's see. He is proficient.
We're gonna reload and clear the cat.
The DM. You get every chance possible. The universe. Haha, fuck you.
I didn't roll great for him, to be entirely honest. The universe.
But did you roll a 1?
No,
That's better at least.
He unfortunately he had probably, well, he does have he has proficiency, so he has a higher roll than you and did not roll a 1. So he rolled a 5, but
We'll boo on him.
so after a couple minutes of sitting there, you can tell where slowly your pieces are being meandered down. And you seem to have captured 1 or 2 of his front pieces, but in the end, it all seemed to just be ploys for other captures. And before you know it, well, it appears, Shockmart. The game is mine. I guess that's another sidearm for the pile.
Just hand it my sidearm. Because I don't know what else I'm gonna do.
You hand over the sidearm and he just grabs it. Well, I guess it's not really true what they say. Orcs don't pack in bigger. He tosses it onto the pile of swords that he's taken from elves.
If I had my choice, I wouldn't be carrying that toothpick.
Oh, yes, yes, I've heard it all before. The water's cold. I'm not feeling it today. Plenty of excuses, I understand. But
I have a small penis.
Ukrod, do you want to tell him that your pet spider will play him?
Yes.
As the angry spiders in the background, like, I can do this. You know, you could also just turn back into a human. You could just do your normal form, your normal whatever, not human, you know what I mean, form.
You're right, I could turn into a giant badger and play him.
You keep using that word, normal. You keep directing it at Greg.
This is normal.
This is true. I mean, normal within, you know, the realms of definitions that we accept as normal.
That's my secret, Cap. I'm always normal.
Everyone else is just
what, normal for the French? I mean, again, these are different normals.
Also, can all of us in the U.S. come live on your couch?
It's like a 3-seating couch, so
You
can try.
We didn't.
That's okay.
We
Snuggle.
didn't ask if you had room. We will make the room.
You can certainly try.
So, all right. Now that we've established some wonderful time of you losing your sidearm and all of this, gosh, I hope you guys don't get into any sort of physical altercation. You guys are free to begin leaving the room that you are kind of back in.
Welcome back.
Back here in your... Well, here, if you are... Poop.
Come on, Ukrod, bring the spider to play, Jess.
I'm not sure how that would go. But hey, what do I know? I rolled a 1 twice.
The universe decided And, you know, that's just how that is.
So how much time has passed? Are we about at the 1 hour mark?
From when you guys first arrived, I'll say sure.
Okay, so, and I think animal form lasts an hour.
At your current level, it lasts an hour.
Okay, so I guess Leaf has to turn human anyway, so Leaf is just going to, I guess, turn into human outside and then just walk in and be like, fine, I'll play chess. I will avenge you, Ukrad.
He just walks in the room. Fine, I guess I'll play you. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Set the board.
Been studying your tactics for the past hour.
Walks in, just dramatic entrance music, and he's like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
The full Aragorn arriving at Helm's Deep. I will play chess with you.
Comes in, plays chess, win or lose, just gets up and walks away. Turns back into spider.
It's just spider crawl out. Okay. I think I have Sasha now. Let's see if it worked.
Oh, Fluffy.
There you go. Wait, did it show it? No, why is it not? Oh, it didn't carry over.
Now I just want Etheria Sasha to have the same voice as this Sasha. Hi, I'm Sasha.
For I
Look on
am
that face would be
Sasha.
priceless. Like, oh,
Love me, Dustin!
oh my god, they were roommates.
So can Leaf roll to play chess?
Oh my gosh. Alright, so let's give you back real Leaf. Oh shit, did we not update this art for Leaf? We have not updated this token art.
Oh, Golden Leaf.
Golden Leaf, I love it. Alright, so Golden Leaf walks up, entrance music dramatically, and sits down. And he just kind of cocks an eye at you. So, you want to play chess?
No time for chit chat. Your move.
He smiles and begins moving the pieces into position here. And we will do that roll. Ah, no. No, why? We will do that roll as the other people figure out what they are doing.
Is it a D20 or what are we doing?
You either are doing either intelligence or wisdom and proficiency in dragon chess.
I do not have proficiency in dragon chess, I don't think.
If you do not have dragon chess set under your tools, then it is a straight intelligence or wisdom roll.
And no proficiency?
Correct, that's what I mean by straight roll.
Better than Mike.
Definitely better than Mike. You have a smaller modifier than he has on everything.
It's not the size of the modifier, it's how you use it.
Your game, will end up taking a bit more time. But, Dog Squad, what are you guys doing?
I would like to look, like, around, not going into the other rooms necessarily, but look around if there's like a do not disturb hotel, like, doorknob hanging sign or something I could find.
When you get out into the hallway, I will say that it's pretty easy to find one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna nap that real quick and go back and just like, okay, so, Bo and the dog go check for the poison, check the alchemist dude. Bruno, if you can check around the grounds, give us kind of like a sit rep type of thing. Is that like a key for this door or something that I could find potentially?
A key for like that like back room?
Yeah, for the
No.
bedroom. Okay.
But it
Could
does.
I lock it with my thieves' tools?
Well, yeah. I was gonna say it does have a lock, but you can't find it. Like, you can latch it from the inside, but you don't have a key for it.
Well, I guess
yeah.
Spider 2 could like latch it from the inside, possibly, maybe.
Potentially.
Yeah,
And then
I could lock it.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I was saying no, potentially yes. With the thieves' tools, you could potentially try.
yeah,
I'll make you just
tools
do
or-
it. It won't be that hard of a roll in that situation usually.
Mhm.
It's usually much easier to lock it.
Just don't break the thieves' tools into the
Yeah.
lock.
Don't roll real shit, you know?
It's not like there's been multiple ones tonight, you know? I'm sure we'll be fine.
Just kill
Since
me.
it's Dex and Proficiency, are you okay if I just roll a sleight of hand?
Okay. Yeah. Honestly, usually if people are proficient in both, I think that's how a lot of people usually do it. So yeah, you easily slide it in it. You can hear the tumblers click over on the other side. And you see where everything shifts over within the actual chamber now so that it's engaged.
Door's locked.
Okay. Well, if everything, stops turning out like this, we should be okay. I'm going to hold position in this room, make sure no one, other than ourselves, tries to go in. Just play it safe,
Okay, you're on guard duty. Bo and Sasha are going to go investigate the banquet room, and I'm going to do a perimeter check.
Yep.
Come on, Sasha.
Yes. Bork! You
And
should be
Leaf
able to
will
move,
be
Sasha.
in the room, making no noise, pretending he doesn't exist.
Bo, can you move, Sasha?
No, I can move me though.
Grr. You're supposed to... Oh, that's why. Why did it do... Why? I have dragged you from a character that I have created. So why are you not assigned to that character? Why would you do that, Roll20? Making me find Sasha in this list, you bastard. Alright, how about that? How about now?
Got him.
Sasha can now jump around like a good boy.
Yay.
Like the Russian Where's Waldo, said in Soviet Russia, Sasha finds you.
So just as there is Buddy at the bottom of the Western campaign list, there should now be a Sasha.
Excellent.
Okay. Since I believe you want to keep using Sasha.
Yeah.
I tried to get the beefiest looking Pomeranian-esque dog that I could.
Is this Pomeranian canonically swole under the puff?
I mean, that's what I was doing to
All right.
make up for essentially the stats of what you are summoning in a small dog. because in all actuality, like it got stats, like. It got a bite.
I found a picture of Sasha.
I love it.
A Swolmeranian.
So, how are you guys moving in? What do you how are you proceeding? Because your time is coming where they're gonna start searching. Because now they're like, oh my god, she's gone. But they're not at the like raise the alarm state.
Hit out with Sasha in French. I don't know if Gwen's also coming or if it's just me. A person who hasn't been seen heretofore with a dog that has been seen recently.
Well, you guys locked this interior door here. I believe Spiderleaf is staying in there.
Yep.
And like so you guys are coming out through here and then into the interior hallway, and you can essentially see where you are.
Yeah, I was gonna find a window and climb outside and start doing a perimeter check.
Well, once you are in this hallway here, right outside the door, I mean, going over towards this way is the perimeter.
One hiccup, I don't have a sending stone. I can just...
Who all has the stones again? I forgot.
Leaf.
We have two together, I think, because Ukrad and Leaf both have one.
Yeah, Leaf,
Okay.
Yeah.
Leaf was like, wasn't he one of the... I think it was...
I think Leaf was Overwatch.
You had...
I
yeah,
can
Leaf...
give Bo the one that I have because I can cast message. So unless you guys like absolutely need me, I can get in contact with you if I need you.
That works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're essentially going right. They are going left. As you guys come out the room, you can see where the people from that room are beginning to move kind of into the bottom of the, like, the lower hallway there. One moment. Sorry, our pizza's here.
Did you bring enough for the group?
I mean, technically, but it's just Papa John's.
Just slide it into the CD tray and upload it to me.
Damn it! I got rid of my CD tray.
Oh.
The cup holder is gone.
Do you have a scanner?
What about the
Put
floppy
it in?
disk?
Right. Unfortunately,
Slide
that
it
was
into the
with my
floppy disk
zip
drive.
drive. So you can, as you guys are walking down there, you see where the beginning of these people are piling outside of the room, and they're beginning to have that look because people kind of expected to be able to find her in this hallway or in one of the quickly adjoining rooms, and they are not. But they are in that stage as you turn that hallway of beginning to, like, call her name and looking through rooms.
As they're doing that, my spider companion's going to hide under the bed, assuming there's space under the bed to hide.
Oh, yeah. For a spider, definitely.
That way they won't see him in the room and it can still listen.
Absolutely. So, Halbarad, Bo, and Sasha coming down the hallway.
I was standing guard in this room,
Oh,
making sure that no one would try to go in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got...
It's locked, but just
Yeah.
in case, I'm like, just gonna make sure.
Absolutely. So you're standing guard. Brenna is scouting around the other side. And Bo and Sasha are working their way down the hallway. So you see them starting to call out for the maiden and everything going on. What do you do? Andre! Andre!
I guess I'm gonna head down there with Sasha, but I wish somebody more charismatic was with me.
Sounds like you're probably gonna sneak then.
Do we
Okay.
actually have any charisma people in the party?
Halbarad's the
I have a
closest thing you
14.
have. I checked.
What the
No.
fuck?
I'm super wise, you guys, not charismatic.
You have a lot of fairly wise people, but not charismatic ones. Your token human is the closest you have.
I'm the charismatic one, and my wisdom is -1.
He's like a
Usually it's not right.
Labrador. Doesn't live very long, and
You're kind of a himbo. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Kradu's not here, I'm the default himbo.
I guess I head over there, but try to be not bring attention to myself right away. I was going to do a thing, but everyone's moved out of the area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well.
I mean, you can because you're still able to get around, like, essentially to the same shelf that you were at before, because there is Like, all of the people in that area are gone. They moved out of the bottom area, essentially, that you were in. That you moved through. And now they're kind of, like, spilling and looking around that area, looking for and calling out for the maiden. It's a matter of what you're trying to get close to.
I was gonna try and like alert people to the poison teapot and then also do a search for that guy, but don't I don't know how to be like, you guys, everything's under control, don't go crazy, but we do think someone's been poisoned. And then
Everything's fine.
use the
Also, attempted murder.
It's
it's fine. We got it under control. We're deducing things. But that's I'm not very good at saying things, so I don't know if I should try that.
in this moment, you remember, technically, you do have a little bit of authority here, at least over servants and that sort of thing. Not necessarily over the noble people, but yeah, your security. You should have some ability to talk to them.
Okay, well, I mean, it's
Damn it, no, I'm the police. They have to listen to me.
a guy who has heretofore not been identified as a police or other. I mean, I guess maybe you've seen me around town, but other than that, I wasn't here before there were dogs. But now I'm here.
Yes, but the servants, that's what, that again, because the servants also saw you guys being walked around earlier in the day when you were shown.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna.
Plus, I mean, for
The servants,
expedience
because
sake,
I
you guys
see-
can have a small, like, I assume you have like a cloak clasp or something that serves as a badge for the actual guardship.
Right, but I guess are there any tokens that are servants, or are they all just party people?
I'm not worrying about filling every single token for servants that I want in this situation.
Okay. I find a servant to be like, hey, we're doing something. I don't mention poison, but I am gonna say that for safety reasons, she's been moved to a place.
Okay.
And I'd be like, yeah, I guess.
Make me a persuasion roll with advantage. This person kind of looks at you, still kind of confused and from jumping from concern for the princess and all of those accusations that are going on, and now this frantic screaming and searching for her, to you saying this, and they're kind of just blinking rapidly at everything that you're saying. They're just like, what? How can I help?
I guess. Yeah, I don't actually know what to tell this guy to do. Shouldn't have talked to anyone.
To get him to talk to somebody?
I was gonna get him to tell the rest, because he's one of the servants or whatever, to talk to one of the main people in the house about how it's being taken care of, but because I didn't want to be implicated right away.
She's okay. You're certain of this?
Oh yeah, I'm medically trained, and I point to my bag that is healer's kit.
Okay. 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 And then but how is she poisoned? Who poisoned her? Is there still poison?
I don't remember. I
Are
think
we
I
being
tried not to
poisoned?
say poison. I think I tried not to say poison, or did they just come to that conclusion?
Thought you said like, well, you said like
I,
she's
I
safe. No, and everybody saw her pass out. And now you're like, don't worry, she's safe. Are we all being poisoned? Is everybody gonna die?
Probably
Oh,
not.
eventually, yes.
Okay. Whew. I can breathe again. We're all gonna be okay.
Nobody said that.
No, keep panicking, please.
I'm not saying that, but I'm letting you assume that. That's fine.
Okay. Okay. So what are we doing?
Panicking.
We're telling everybody that she's okay, but we're not all gonna die. And there's no more. We don't know why. We don't know how. But they're fine. They just are sleeping. Sleeping. Mysterious.
Dug myself into a weird hole here.
It's okay. The doctor says it's sleeping. Sleeping's okay.
And just when no one else goes to sleep, I'm
No, well, no, not right now. I don't want to sleep right now.
gonna get out of here.
And he's just gonna report off, and like you're gonna see that he just immediately kind of grabs the next servant, and is
Yeah, somebody will tell somebody important, and that'll get around.
Have you ever played
Worst
the
game of telephone ever.
There we go. I'm like, have you ever played the game of telephone?
Like, right after the servant walks away, Halbarad reaches out and like, by the way, it's very likely one of the servants was the one who poisoned her on behalf of her father. So be careful who you talk to.
Damn. If only that had been obvious earlier.
Ha!
I'm sorry I couldn't reach out earlier. I was updating Leaf on the situation.
You say that, and the person that you were just talking to just kind of slowly looks behind them to the person speaking outside of the room. And then slowly turns back to look at you, Bo.
Don't bring me into this. I'm trying to play chess.
That servant immediately fucks off.
Well,
as things continue and you move down the hall, you can see where the first time it looks like Marmowin has kind of moved into everything that's kind of going on with the drama, and you can see where she's kind of trying to speak to the mayor and everything about what's going on, but the mayor is doing his best in this moment to kind of direct everything and is only kind of like half listening to her as he's trying to direct these servants kind of around the area and around everything that's kind of going on. with the, like, more subdued chaos, but still chaos that's kind of happening here.
I'm gonna try to get Marmoon's attention.
Are you just going to, like, try and, like, psst, psst, or, like, what are you doing?
I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to be surreptitious about this, but I don't know. I'm already over here. They can see me doing whatever I'm doing, so yeah. I guess I gesture to her, try to get her attention, but I'm not gonna say anything.
After a moment of, like, doing the, like, nod and then over and then down next to you and trying to get their attention, to get them to come over to step to you, you can see that they excuse themselves from the mayor and kind of step over amongst everything, kind of that side step over slowly towards you. And like, what exactly is going on with all of this?
Gonna be like, an issue privately. Hi, this is Sasha.
Bork!
Uh,
I am Sasha.
is Marmoon also a ship?
Nope.
Okay, well, I still gesture to Sasha. And then obviously I'm like, there's like a whole thing, something's amiss. Trying to
Exposition. Somebody's being poisoned. Things are happening.
I say all those things to her quietly, hopefully not within earshot of the other important people around, and be like, how do we angle this? Also, I'm suspicious of, maybe she knows that guy who is the outcast.
So you are but are you including basically what you guys found out about the father and all of that?
Yes, but like,
Okay.
we're not sure how to proceed. Assuming nobody else hears this, I'm be like, hey, I trust you. You're a druid. I'm a druid. Let's talk. Real tax. Somebody's being poisoned. We care about that.
Yep. No, I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything you were kind of withholding or not trying to divulge in that. So that was all I kind of wanted to confirm without making you kind of spill it all out physically.
Yeah, we don't have that kind of time.
So she just kind of nods along, and then eyes get kind of wide and nods along. I'd heard rumors that maybe she was into that sort of thing, but I didn't. I cannot imagine a father going this far. You have to let them leave the nest. They have to be able to go out and see the world. Why do you try to control them so much? Imagine if we had kept you held in so much, Bo. You had to go spread your wings. We love you. But no. We can only worry so much. But now, this girl, she is all sugarless. Okay. You won't be able to pin this today. No. You will have to find more proof of what he has done. he has turned suspicion onto the boy that was sitting with her. And we can only give in to this moment. Do you believe that you can let this go and continue searching on your own? You're going to have to turn her over and continue trying to find proof.
My favorite option, because I assume he's going to continue dosing her with this stuff.
That is, unfortunately, very likely. And that means that you must move fairly quickly to find this sort of proof. Sounds like you have a lot of responsibilities piling up on you.
What do you know?
Just saying, you take these steps, you move away from the grove. Now you are a big independent bull. Look at you now. So embroiled in all of this. If you want.
There's lots of crazy town stuff going on. And other stuff.
If you want to save this girl, you must be able to prove what her father is doing. Otherwise, is the mayor going to listen to you? Or someone he has known for hundreds of years?
I thought Wonder Dog would be a good idea.
I believe that is correct. For now, take the proof. Keep the proof, darling. Come, they know the China settings. They know what it is. Keep your first evidence. Build your case. Otherwise, you have rumors. What good are rumors? In legal speak, you have hearsay.
If we expose the teapot, does that do anything? Or is that like, it's already too late for that? We can't actually pin it on. We can't raise suspicion.
You have not attached the teapot to the father in a credible way.
Okay.
And you're now reaching a point.
His house. It's not actually his place, right?
No.
It's the mayor's
this is
place?
the mayor's place.
Damn it.
I mean, we can still take like the teapot and the cup because maybe we can do some magic mumbo jumbo to find like,
and that's what she's saying.
Who's using it?
She was saying that in this moment, like, it has remnants, it has the proof, like, as far as the initial poisoning.
Can I just take this and nobody will do or say anything about it?
Well, right now there's enough commotion and everything, you can potentially make a distraction and try and scoop it.
Yeah, I guess. If only someone stealthier was doing this. Yeah. Distraction.
I believe in you.
You know, Sasha can do something distracting. He's a wonder dog. And I'm gonna go grab that teapot.
He does have great books.
He's very borky. He's a loud borker. I don't know if I want him to bork, but yeah, whatever. You're a wonder dog. You figure something out, and I'm gonna go for that teapot.
So, You kind of give Sasha their command, and Marmoen watches kind of all of this and begins to walk away as this is happening. And you see where Sasha then walks over and immediately, like, just noses open a random, like, stand. Because essentially you're going this way. Sasha goes to this little stand right here and noses the door open for it and begins immediately, like, pawing things onto the ground. And there's immediately, like, a clatter as a metallic platter plate that was in there kind of wobbles down on the tile floor loudly as this is all going on. And you can see where people kind of begin moving over to start grabbing Sasha, and Sasha jumps back from the wobbling disc and from the people getting there, and then begins taking off down the hallway. And you can just hear in your head, "Ha! I am the fastest!"
Excellent. It's the bad dog energy. We got it.
It's the zoomies now.
Sasha has the zoomies. And then I go in here and, I guess, grab that stuff. Actually, there are people in here also. I'm just gonna do it because whatever.
Roll me sleight of hand with advantage.
Okay.
Because people are distracted. Nobody cares about a fucking teapot.
You can do this.
You get that fucking teapot.
Yeah.
See, I always feel like I have to reward a crit with something special, with something just a little extra in these situations. That's usually how everything's kind of worked out. So in this situation, as you pick up the teapot, you actually you feel on the underneath what at first almost feels just like masking tape that gets put on the underneath so it doesn't clank like when it hits a wood tabletop. But after a moment, like in the quick slip of the hand that was turning and sliding it off of the counter and turning in one swift motion, you ended up peeling it off to reveal what appears to now be an emptied up, but you can still see slight remnants where it was used as an envelope, essentially. A delivery system, if you will.
Brenna, you got some splaining.
Can't hear you doing perimeter check. La 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 la.
I guess I'm just I'm gonna clock that, take this with me, and be like, oh, wait, who has the other stone? It's Leaf, so did we tell him that we were doing this? We're gonna be like, kind of change our plans. We gotta be quiet about this.
In the middle of a chess match, you get this. And what do you say?
Yeah, quiet.
I'll try to gauge where Bo is and send a message like, how's everything going on the inside?
We got the offending teapot, the delivery system. Can't actually go through with the Wonder Dog scenario. Gonna have to be quiet. I think that's 25 words. Maybe it's too many.
Sounds good.
And is that sending or is it message, which I think doesn't have a 25-word limit?
Yeah, I think sending is the one that has the limit.
It's a message.
I leave it up to you guys to know this sort of information.
Just send multiple telegrams. It's okay.
Yeah,
Hey, Leaf, I know
message
you're
does
in a
not.
chess match, but can you do like some operator shit where you tell everyone what's up?
Yeah, it doesn't look like the current version in any way has any kind of limit.
Yeah, message does not have a word limit.
Awesome. So,
Gonna be spamming that shit all campaign.
Sure. Who do you want me to forward a message to?
I guess the only person
Well,
who...
Ukrad needs updated.
Yeah. But also, I guess I'm heading back towards Halbarad.
I'll let Halbarad know. Ukrad's in timeout for losing his chess match.
And then I...
Right. Sorry, I had to walk away for a quick second. This pizza arrived, but I didn't get any.
Get the pizza.
Yes, that was the requirement. So hence I was away from my mic that is on my desk in that moment. So message goes through. You have the teapot. Everything's going through. As this is all kind of happening, you see a face that you haven't seen in a while. It's the head butler that seems to kind of be walking through, and you can see... Actually, roll me perception in this moment to see the amount of details you're able to make out. You can see where he's whispering behind his hand and everything, but he's pointing you see him point forward and then kind of point to the right. And you can see where he's kind of gesturing towards how they would get to the room that you guys went to. And is talking to the mayor in this moment.
Oh, no. I put this teapot somewhere unobtrusive and sort of hightail it out of here.
Yeah. No. You have stealth, you have sleight of handed the shit out of that thing. So you have it even if it is just covered in like a sleeve in your hand, like you have it in this moment. And you can kind of get out in this moment if you wanted to be able to sneak back to that room.
Yeah, I'd like to head back there, and Halbarad got a heads up, assumedly from Leaf, maybe, and
I'll forward that on.
All right. So, do you try and knock in any sort of different way since you guys didn't set up any sort of code system when you left the room and locked it?
we didn't. Well, you know,
Well, we like the
kinda
bedroom,
was
but not
there.
the room in front.
Well, yeah. But you still shut the outer door. And at this point, you guys are kind of on high alert. So are you knocking and jumping in the door? Like,
Yeah, I guess I knock on the door and, whisper. Is Halbarad over there? I don't remember where he is. Or near that door.
it's this
right here
door.
in this room.
Right
Okay.
here.
So yeah, I knock on the door.
That's what I mean. I'm like, yeah, you're literally right there. It's boop.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, if you speak through the door, I will like open it up, kind of like glance around, like, oh, come in.
So you walk in, nothing's changed, and you're holding this teapot.
So we're gonna need to hold on to this and figure out connecting the dots more obviously later. I don't know that we have enough to make a case yet.
We don't have enough evidence.
Agreed. I think right now we just play our cards close to our chest. Keep the information we have between ourselves and just, typical town guard PR to anyone who asks questions.
Cards, but I'm playing chess right now.
What?
Leaf's like, what do you mean cards? I'm playing chess.
Sorry, I left the channel on. Sorry. Yeah, we just PR the shit out of the situation and investigate once we get out of here.
Ukrad, roll me perception.
I don't want to. Sure. You know what? The last thing I rolled was an 18 too.
Well, good.
There you go.
Keep
rolling
like,
18s.
I don't know what to tell you. Good for you,
I don't want to, but I'll do good at it.
right? As you're kind of bored watching this chess match happen between Leaf and this haughty human that beat you, you can see kind of down through this passageway, this direction and this door. And as you're looking down that way, you see the mayor and the butler walking down the hallway that everybody else went.
Oh. I'm gonna just wander that way and see what's going on. This chess game's stupid, and everybody who's good at it is stupid.
Hi, Kay.
We have a spy from the east.
Oh, fuck me. I was muted that whole... Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering because it was
I just
very
didn't
quiet
think you
for a
wanted me to
while.
go there. You're like, no.
We thought we broke you.
No, I said so fucking much. Jesus fucking Christ.
Well,
You said so much Jesus fucking
Take,
Christ.
take five levels? Was that it?
Yes.
So as
exactly
you're
what they said.
walking down and looking through the garden walls, and that's where I moved you into the garden areas to be able to follow and be able to see them. You see where this, where the mayor and everything, the mayor and the head butler talk to each other, and it seems like the mayor is questioning for a moment, and the butler is kind of trying to reassure him and everything. And they seem to be standing at kind of this crossways in the hallway, peering down one way that you can kind of see from your vantage point here. And then you watch as they walk down a couple doors in the hallway and knock on the door. Halbarad and Bo.